This is definitely going to be the most controversial video I make, and just for that reason, I'm going to actually have some facts for you guys and some simple math to break it down on how this is all possible. By the title of the video, you guys can tell that it's going to be, how to go from making $100 a month as a trader to 10K plus month as a trader. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to separate the number side and the amount side and trying to convert that into percentages, because that's exactly how this is going to be possible, and it's going to be a lot easier for your psychology and your mindset. Now, with that said, there are a couple tools that you are going to have to take advantage of, and this is going to be the most efficient and optimal way to get to that, income level. And with that said, what I want you guys to do is, first things first is you got to learn how to trade. You got to create the skill set or learn the skill set or develop the skill set, however, which way you want to put it. Now, it's either by, taking a coursework, paying for mentorship, or just learning on your own. There's nothing wrong. There's a lot of free information out there that you guys can use, and it's all at your disposal. You have YouTube, Google. You have so many other content creators and influencers out there that offer coursework and mentorship and all that stuff. And honestly, I wouldn't skew anybody just into my mentorship or my coursework. I say take anything, take any type of coursework just to gain the knowledge and create the skill set, at least get started. Another thing is start using a demo account, right? Get some active trades on, see how the market moves, see how you react, see how your emotions feel. Your emotions are going to be a little different when it comes to whether you treat that as a live account or as a demo account as it is. But for that sake, that's going to be in a whole nother video. The whole point of this video is going to be on how to get you to that 10K a month. Now, the easiest way to do this is get funded with a prop firm that's only going to cost you a couple $100. I have the math right here. So on 100K, the usual cost for that account would be anywhere from $500 all the way up to $600, depending on the prop firm you guys use. And if you want to convert the 10K a month into percentages, which you should, just because it's going to be a lot easier in your mental, it's 10%. 10% of 100K is 10 grand right there. Now, the truth is that prop firms do take a cut out of that pay, right? Usually it's an 80-20 split. Now, if you get 80%, then obviously you're not going to get the 10K, you're going to get 8K. So in reality, you want to aim for about 10.5 to 11% a month with that trading account. Now, for some simple math right there, what you could do to even simplify it even more, and you could be less stressed out as a trader, is, break it down into what your daily gains would have to be, right? So if you only have to make 12% a month or 11% a month, just divide that by the 20 trading days that you have, right? 24 if you're going to count Sundays, if that's the way you trade. Now, with that said, it could be as little as 1% a day, or even 0.5% a day, right? Because you only need, if you add 1% a day and you have 24 trading days, that's 24% a month that you could be making. Now, of course, there aren't trading opportunities every single day. Not every single day is going to be a trading day, nor is every single trade going to go in your favor. So you do have to calculate for that. Now, to make things even simpler, let's say you do have the skill set created already, okay? Let's say that you pass these challenges, with ease because you have the skill set and you're very confident in your trading abilities. Now, instead of going with a 100K account, let's start at the not the max, but the usual max you can get funded with one prop firm, which would be $1 million. Now, that is going to be a little costly. This is going to cost you probably around 4 grand to get funded, but you do get that money back once you do pass it. Of course, whatever prop firm you guys use, I'm sure they have their own metrics, their own standards on what you got to do. Usually it's all pretty basic stuff all across the board from prop firm to prop firm. It all depends on the profit split as well as what's allowed and what's not allowed in that trading prop firm. Now, at $1 million, if you have $1 million of capital to trade with, then it gets really simple to make 10K a month. And the reason I say that is simple math is, 1% of $1 million is 10K. So that's super simple right there. That means that you only got to make 1% a month in order to make 10K. And in reality, you'd want to be making 1.5 to 2% because you do have to worry about that profit split that the prop firm does take. So at $1 million of funded capital, that only costs you roughly around 4 grand. That's, considering that you do pass and you do get funded and all that good stuff. Then boom, your first month, if you have a 5% month, that's 50 grand right there. So now you just went from making $100 a month as a trader to 50K, which is, an insane amount. And of course, these challenges aren't the easiest thing to pass. They do require you to have the skill set and have the discipline in order to stick by all the metrics that prop firm has, or any prop firm for that case. Now, another strategy it's not the most optimal, but I am going to mention it, is, you know, building up your own trading account. This is going to take way more capital just because it's all a percentage game, right? You don't want to look at trading as a dollar figure game, because at the end of the day, all traders are going to be talking about percentages rather than dollar amount. Even though, you know, beginner traders are going to be like, oh, I made, you know, 500 bucks, which is, you know, that's great, right? You could say you made $500 a day, but if you made that off a $1,000 account, that means you just made 50% in a day, and that's not very sustainable. You want to be very realistic, and you want to see, you know, what you could actually, you know, achieve day to day or week to week or month to month, because the whole point of trading is to have a great side income or have a great main income. And, you know, all this needs to be something that it's very sustainable and something you can replicate. Because at the end of the day, you know, let's say if you are into cars, watches, big houses, you know, the luxury lifestyle, you can't go finance, you know, let's say, you know, a $300,000 McLaren and make those monthly payments if you have a very fluctuating income to where you can't make those monthly payments because you're not sustainable yet, right? You don't have that consecutive payouts that you have of, you know, 6 to 12% months every single month, or at least a bare minimum of 2 to 3% depending on the account size, right? Like we were just talking about, the $1 million account size is going to be great, and that's going to be an amazing tool for everybody. And I think that's something that everybody should take advantage of, because we are in a time that, you know, there's a lot of tools and a lot of crazy things that us as traders, we could just use, and it's at our disposal, thankfully, right? When I first started, I didn't have that luxury. If not, I would have gone that route, and I think I would have been doing way better than I am now. I'm not complaining, but that's just the truth, right? And I recommend everybody to create the skill set or learn the skill set and then go that route, because it's going to save you a lot of time and money. And what I mean by time is, if you fail these challenges, then that's going to tell you something about your trading style. That's going to tell you that, hey, you're doing something wrong, right? If you can't follow these metrics, that means that you have a discipline issue, or your trading strategy needs to be changed, or you just got to like fine tune it into making it possible to pass those challenges. Because, hey, if you're a profitable trader, chances are you'll naturally be able to pass these challenges already, right? You already have the discipline in set, unless you're, you know, a trader at risk 10% per trade for whatever reason. Usually I find that to be in the newer traders that have smaller account size, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all start somewhere. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a proponent of risking 10, 20% in the beginning, but that was because I knew that I needed to, you know, increase my account size and develop that further. And then I realized that once it got to a certain amount, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm no longer comfortable risking 10, 20% per trade, because those losses really did hurt, right? That was a huge size of the account that you could lose. And once these prop firms came out and I saw like all the rules they had, I'm like, hey, that's great. I took one, and I did fail like 1 or 2 challenges. And then I realized, hey, you know what? Let's actually fine tune my strategy real quick and have it best fit what the prop firms are asking for. And I did that, and ever since then, it actually helped me out as a trader too, right? Not only did I get more funding with prop firms for passing challenges, but it also helped me mitigate my losses and lessen the risk that I was actually using on my live account, which is the most important thing. At the end of the day, as a trader, you have to understand that you're always going to be learning, you're always going to be progressing, and that's just the goal of life, right? As you get older, you learn more things, and you just become a better individual, and that's the goal. And that's the only thing I want for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Now right there, you just got a quick little hack right there to go from making $100 a month to 10K plus a month. It's very simple math. You know, don't stress yourself out. Obviously, once you tie a dollar figure amount to it, it's gonna be way more stressful. But if you stick to percentages, that's gonna get you way further. And that's all I wanna talk about, in the sense of, you know, don't worry about the 10K figure, worry about the percentage figure, right? Because on $1 million account, it's literally 1%. Now, could you imagine if all you had to worry about as a trader was make 1% a month? That's amazing right there. Now, I hope you guys use all these tips and tools at your disposal, and, you know, whatever success you guys have, you know, send it to my DM. I would love to see it and cheer you guys on. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.